Hey, 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 it is Friday, September 29th, 11 a.m. Pacific time, right here on the West Coast. This is Success Never Sleeps. I am Brannon Beliso, and I hope you're living your best life. Who are we? We're a group of small business owners, martial arts school owners, where as a collective, we're trying to figure this thing out. It's not only about making money and scaling and monetizing and growing our businesses, it really is about being a happier person with the choices that we've made of not working a 9 to 5 and of choosing to go the entrepreneurial route. And that's not always the easiest road to negotiate. It simply is not. And so to be able to work through that strategically, holistically, is really the art in my 30 plus years of owning various small businesses has been it. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love the freedom that I've been able to create for myself. I love the financial wealth I can accumulate, to go from making nothing. And I saw that thing on Robert Downey Jr., how he went from making nothing, being in a rehab, to Iron Man, literally within a several year span, and to be in such a position of wealth, because that's the beautiful thing about life, right? We can go from the very bottom to get to the very top, and vice versa. If we're not disciplined, if we don't have good moral values, and we stick through them as we accumulate that wealth, we can lose all of it in a heartbeat. So, being mindful of that, I think that's what makes what we do on this show so unique. So as you come aboard, tell me who you are, say hello. We love giving shout outs. Bob Poole, right? Like my rock. Bob Poole is my rock from Gold Martial Arts. He is always here with us. And I hope that everything you've gotten over the years, Bob, has helped you to be a happier person, to grow your business, and of course, to make your mama proud, right? I know your mama's smiling down on you, sir, and she's so proud. She's got to be. And so as you come aboard, say hi, tell me who you are. So what do we got coming up? I'm actually going to be in Texas, October 11th to the 13th. You might find that somewhere in there, Marco. It's the Machado training. They have an affiliate training. It's a big event. It's a big event that they do every year with the Machados. And I was very blessed. My sister Letitia, who does BJJ, reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to sponsor this event? And I said, well, I don't know a lot about him. And as I did my research, Carlos Machado is the godfather of modern BJJ. And I think BJJ is a very unique art. And of course, like anything, we can all do better, right? We can all do better. And I would love to work with BJJ schools. I think great art can equal great profit. And BJJ is a great art. I think it's a matter of potentially showing a business practice, culture practices, staff training, all that rest. Because I think if BJJ gets that across the board together, now there's infractions everywhere, right? There's really good Taekwondo organizations, really good karate organizations, not so good. Same thing in the BJJ world. There's really good organizations really doing amazing things, and there's some that are a little bit challenged. And you know me, I like the challenges. Challenges to me are what make my heart beat faster and keep me alive. And so for me, that's a powerful thing. What's up, Miss Monique? How's it doing, Karate for Girls? And so I'll be in Texas. If you can find that somewhere, if you can post that. They actually have a slide with my name on it. I'll be on your rash guard. But I chose to go with Brannon Beliso versus It's Time or Kids Love Life Skills or Wisdom or any of my other businesses, because I want to introduce myself to the BJJ world. I think we have a lot of kinship. And just in my 30-minute conversation privately with Master Machado, we just struck it up. And then I got on a Zoom call with him and the affiliates. And the affiliates were just like, again, this kinship, right? That was very powerful. And those kinds of things you can't put in a sales script or a service. So I decided to fly out there and explore it a little more. I'm just going to hang out. I'm not speaking or anything, as I know, as of this point, but I will be there. You'll find me in the lobby. You'll find me at the affiliate dinner. You'll find me in these different places, just creating relationships and planting seeds, right? You know me, I don't sell you anything. What I do hope to do is create friendships, and friendships to me are just powerful. Powerful, powerful. Thank you, Marco. Marco popped that in there. So I'm hoping Liz McDonald's comes aboard because she has some questions about how to do things with our park strategies. And so I'm going to make a point to share that in a minute. Let's thank our sponsors, of course. Who do we have? Tusa. We have Market Muscles, My Studio, Kids Love Life Skills, and LC Accounting. Stephen Reinstein started to release some organic content on why his websites behave the way they do, and he talked a lot about the about page and the instructor page, because what really a website's a website. What sets you apart is your unique culture, and that just me, I'm like ding 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 ding, yay Stephen, right? It just resonated with me on all levels, and I think that's powerful. That's just powerful. So I'm going back over my Market Muscles website now, and our about page is pretty good, but we need a new instructors page. It's weak, it's not updated, it's not reflective of who we are today. So again, just one more thing to do, but good stuff. So whatever website you have, preferably it's a Market Muscles website, you're going through the about page and the instructor page now, really updating it and sharing the why of your culture in the about page, and I'm getting current shots. And I got pictures of my guys there, they look like they're 2, and now they're in their 30s. So I'll take accountability for that. I need to work on that. And then, of course, we have My Studio. I love you guys. 2 is actually, I don't know who he's with, but they're in Africa on a missionary trip. Who's got time for that? That type of balance. To me, that's an earmark of who My Studio is in their purpose. They're in Africa doing a missionary event. And it might be through his church. I don't know. But again, that's just a reflection on who 2 is, not only as a CEO and founder and co-founder of My Studios, but as a human being. And that's just good stuff, man. Kids Love Life Skills. I think we're doing some really good stuff. I'm in a book deal right now. We're redoing the books. We're redoing the coloring sheets. Trying to find a better strategy. I think the strategy is we're going to do a very low subscription price because I want everybody accessible to our support materials. Now, if you're going to rip me off and download all of them and quit after a month, that's your gig. And that's really been our hesitation, right? Is creating a subscription model that makes you a reoccurring client with us. But I've seen that happen. People will hire a service, go in and download all of their stuff and then quit. Well, if you want to do business like that, then that's who you are as a person. I'm not going to change you by some kind of, really elaborate prescription model that locks you in and prevents you from doing that, right? I want to get away from that. So I believe you're going to see that in 2024. And LC Accounting, my sister Letitia, I get to see her in Texas. And of course, she'll be out here testing for her black belt at It's Time Live Balance in November with Jason Smith. So that'll be a lot of fun. Conrad, what's up, Conrad? Says you come aboard, say hello. Say hello. So where are you going to be? November 11th through 14th, It's Time Live Balance, right here, San Francisco, California, or should I say Millbrae, 5 minutes from SFO. You come out for one day on Sunday. You can do the one-day event. It's all business, and you'll get Terry Lee and Adam Lodi, plus myself. Come for 2 days. Dave Kovar, all training on Saturday, watching classes, me narrating, followed by 4 hours of boot camp with Dave Kovar. Awesome. And then Sunday's all business. But really, it's the 4-day. The 4-day is really what makes It's Time Live, all the events, magical, just freaking magical. And you owe it to yourself. You are your best investment. Spend 4 days. Training on Saturday, watching classes. Sunday, all business. Monday is all personal development. Tuesday is wealth building with Sam On, as well as strategizing 2024 and putting into action everything we learned in the first 3 days to move us forward. Sam guarantees what you get out of him will be worth it. So we're actually going to do, since it's a Zoom event, we're going to allow people to join us for that. Remember, Sam doesn't record this. You will not get to watch it after. So be very mindful of that. So look for the link for that. For those who can't come at all, that simply want Sam On's wealth building. Cool? And that's it, man. It's Time Live Balance. And I can't wait to see Monique. I got to make her a latte. And Marco, who I need to give a hug. Well, everyone gets hugs. And Jason, it's just going to be cool. We've been through rough times as a society. So just to ground ourselves in spending time together, It's Time is going to be magical. I don't think we've had everybody together for a while. And I'm so looking forward to that. So who's here? I see Conrad. Anybody else come aboard that wants to say hello? Please do, as we're going to hop into this. What is today all about? It's about strategies to end the fourth quarter really strong, do it well. And somebody reached out, and that's what inspired that. They said to me, I want to end the year strong. Who's this? Facebook user. Put your name in there. Tell me who you are. How do we end the year strong? Right? It's the fourth quarter. I want to make a run for the border. I want to make the best year ever. So tell me what to do in the fourth quarter. And I said, well, what you should do in the fourth quarter, you should have been planning for in November of 2022. And they go, Brannon, you're going to go this route. I said, yeah, I am. I am. So we're going to start there. And of course, hey, Karth, what's happening? I'm going to give you lots of good stuff to do in the fourth quarter, please. So stay with me. But what I want you to do, which is always the albatross of any small business owner, any martial arts school, is you need to shift your mindset. You don't sit there at the end of the month and go at some Facebook group, hey, what are you guys doing? I need 10 more students to make rent. Or, hey, I want to make $5,000 more this month. That is poor because it's not purpose driven. It's not rooted in your core values. There's no vision in there. There's nothing strategic. It's a Hail Mary pass that I just do not, advocate for. So what are you going to do in November? I'm telling you, other than to come to It's Time Life Balance, you're going to sit with your team, your significant other, whoever, and you're going to plan out all of 2024, all of it. What are we going to have? Lead generating events. We're going to have retention events for our internal people. We're going to have community events where we're serving and giving back, right? And of course, you got belt testing, black belt testing, all those other things. But promise me, in November, you're going to sit down and put it in your Google Calendar and lay out the whole freaking year, because any great event is promoted 6 to 8 weeks out. That's it. That's it. Our Halloween is already being promoted, right? Our camps for Thanksgiving break and Christmas break are already being rolled out. If you're waiting until a week before going, what can I do? What can I do? Please, you need to shift that mindset. You're all with me on that? Put it in the comments that you hear what I'm saying. And in November, you're going to plan out the whole freaking year. Tell me. Do that now. Okay. So let's get real. Here we are. October, right? September's over. It's October. The neat thing about digital marketing is that we can instantly get it to people and in their hand, right? So what's the first thing you're going to do? Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into my studio and you're going to create an event for two things, right? First one is going to be free candy, right? Free candy. And the second one is the actual Halloween party. Okay. Both I want you to create events for today in my studio. And they're going to go into your e-newsletter. Right? You with me? They need to be in the e-newsletter, and you're going to promote it at social media, in your friends and family page. I wouldn't put the free candy or the actual event for Halloween unless you want it open to the public and you're doing a big trunk or treat in the parking lot. I wouldn't make that public either. We want to make our Halloween event, we want to make our holiday party as a retention event for our friends and family. We don't use students. We use none of that. We call them friends and family. The magic it's offered us in our retention has been just tremendous. Now, if somebody reaches out and says, hey, is it okay? Can I invite my family or my cousin or whoever? Abso-freaking-lutely. We did the holiday party and somebody had family coming in from out of town. Tell me, do we get any students out of that? No. But that family that's with us, do you think that helps with retention points? It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. But do I promote it that way? We choose not to. Halloween party and the actual holiday party are retention events for us. Very personal, very intimate, centered around every activity to highlight and spotlight our existing students, to promote family, culture, kinship. That's it. So think about that. Now, the free candy, we cut it off at October 15th. What we do is we give you one bag of candy, right? And the M&M small packets, because the card that we take and staple to it fits perfectly. And it's a QR code for one free trial class. So we give you a bag. It's about 60 pieces of the M&Ms stapled to the card that we have. And it's just a QR code. It's a really nice thing. I don't know, I might have it somewhere here, Marco. That's okay. I'll post it at the group page. If you guys want it, you can have it. But the card itself is really, really cool. Then here's the kicker, though. We give them a bag of candy with nothing on it. Why, do you say? Because we want to say our way of saying thank you for helping us impact the community and help other people be aware of who we are to live their best lives, we give you a free bag of candy. So it really makes a different difference because it's just this, help promote the school, help promote the school. It goes from that to this really balance. It's very holistic. And honestly, we probably get about 60 or 70 students per location who do this, and it's fine. It's fine for us because we also have 2 trunk or treats already booked in Millbrae. I think we're up to 2 or 3. And we'll be out there in trunk or treats doing that. Absolutely. Now, we had one offered to us in San Francisco, but they said you cannot promote your business. We give you a table, which you're welcome to decorate and put some games in it, but you can't promote your business. And we give you candy. And you can't use any of your QR codes, signs, coupons, nothing. We passed on it. It doesn't make any sense. If I can at least put one martial arts all over the place and have a QR code for you to scan for a free trial if you want without me selling it to you, that doesn't make sense to us. So we'll look for other opportunities in San Francisco. What I think might be a good thing, especially if you're kind of in one of those neighborhoods where it's business/residential, like San Francisco's that way. And I think we're really going to be able to do this. And this is going to be a new thing for this year. And if it doesn't work, so freaking be it. So be it. But what we're going to do is we're going to create little candy bags with the card in it. Because if it's just candy by itself, that's no big deal, right? But the minute it's a little bit more. I noticed it at the trunk or treat. My wife had the idea, well, everyone's giving out handfuls of candy. Let's make these nice little bags. We got them at Target. They all had, little bats on them and pumpkins. So that even the Ziploc bag looked Halloweenish, right? But get them now because they go really fast. And then we put a variety of candy in it, which is like, whoa, right? We 10x that candy. And we had our card in it with the QR code for a free trial class. The lines that we had were deep, because everybody else is giving out what? Freaking Starburst, 3 pieces of Starburst. Yay, good for you, right? So we're going to do that this year, and we're going to promote both schools. I'm going to try this, and we're going to post it at Nextdoor. You want a safe place, for your kid to trick or treat? And I think we're even going to post a picture of the bag of candy they get, the Ziploc bag of candy. So because /business/residential neighborhood, we're going to rock it. We're going to rock it. And I think that will make a big difference in San Francisco. I really, really do. Because it's hard to trick or treat in San Francisco. People feel unsafe. They don't know, it's just such a hodgepodge of different things that to be able to have a destination makes a huge difference. Now, at our Millbrae, we're also going to do it at my home. We set up the cotton candy machine. I post that at Nextdoor. I post that everywhere. We have people lined up for the cotton candy because who else is doing that at their home? Nobody. What I'm trying to strategize is how to keep them off my lawn, because that was an issue last year. We had way too many people, and don't say that. They trampled my lawn. So, Marco, did I just drop the F-bomb? I almost did. So I want to be mindful of that. So trunk or treats, the 1 free bag of candy, second bag, nothing on it. Our way, Sam, thank you. You know what might work even? For a bag of candy, you give them a school t-shirt. You could do that too, right? I'm just saying, don't give them a bag of candy with your stuff attached to it, nothing else. That would work. Give them a t-shirt. Sure. Just shore that up. Look for the trunk or treats. We have people reaching out to us. We had several elementary schools ask us to participate in their trunk or treat. We're all over it. We're going to do the Nextdoor thing. Both locations will be giving out these really cool Ziploc bags of candy, looks like gold. We're going to do that as well. And then, of course, we will do the cotton candy in Millbrae in front of my home with candy as well. Decked out, music, bubble machine, the whole 9 yards. And we are going to do Halloween parties at both locations as retention events. Did I miss anything? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. And then, of course, letting them wear their, Halloween costume the week of Halloween is also a cool thing. Okay, so now we're looking at November, right? And who else is here? I see another hello. Who's that hello from? If you're with us, tell us your name. Tell us the name of the school and where you're tuning in from. I love it when I can see people from Sweden and Germany and Canada. We even had one from Australia one time. It's just super, super cool. Ho, the lone is the graveyard with a creepy fence. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, right? To take care of the lawn. I think I'm really going to put stuff all over the lawn. The challenge with that, you know what people do? They want to take pictures with our blow-ups and stuff. So they come onto the lawn anyways and do that. So I'm going to see what we can do to really fix that. Maybe the creepy fence and put stuff right up against the edge of the grass, and they can still take pictures from the sidewalk. And I think I'll even get like a haunted sign that says keep off the grass. I'm going to work on it. I really, really will. Hey, David, what's happening, sir? Great talking to you the other day. Great talking to you, my brother. Okay, so we took care of that. Now, what else should be happening in November? I mean, in October. You should be promoting, if you have a Thanksgiving break camp or a winter camp, you should be promoting them. And simultaneously, we're going to start taking early bookings with a discount for spring and summer camp. All of that's rolling out now, right? We gave people a chance to breathe. They came off, great camps in August. Back to school was crazy for everybody. So now for us is a great time to start promoting spring and summer camps. Now, don't have to choose the weeks now, right? You can cancel up until the Friday before the camp that might be starting on Monday. So you put those two in the mix, it removes all the obstacles. So do we have the occasional person that books all 10 freaking weeks and then cancels in the beginning of May? Yes, we do. But they're far and few. Okay? So people said that, well, what happens if they cancel all 10 weeks? It's going to happen, but not the majority. And so we come in at $350 for the first 12 spots. $400 for the next 12 spots, $450 for the last 12 spots. We only take 36 campers because we are a martial arts school. We don't want our school completely overran. You know why? Summer retention, we know, is already tough. You want to make it 10 times worse? Mess up your whole class schedule. Move it all around for your camp because you're using your floor for camp and you don't have a designated camp area. We do not change our schedule during the summer because there are people that will be here this summer that aren't always going away. Oh, my regular class at 5:45, it's now at 2:30, or you do it in the morning because of the campers. Don't do that. If I can encourage anything, keep your summer schedule the same. I don't care if there's 4 people in class, 4 people who will not quit because they weren't inconvenienced. I did it. And I say that from experience, please. Okay. But go into my studio. We're doing it right now, making the slides, setting up Thanksgiving. We're setting up winter camp. We're setting up spring and summer. They're all going to be set up in the beginning of October. Okay. You got it? So, quick review. Halloween, 1 free bag. I tell you, it does wonders. Then, okay, we're going to give them a free bag or a t-shirt or something. I don't care. Maybe we'll try a t-shirt this year, do something different. Then the Halloween party's booked. It's there. We already have people signing up, right? You want to bring somebody and ask, it's totally cool. We also have 2 trunk or treats, and we're going to do really killer bags of candy. We're going to post picture at next door. And we have a couple of parenting groups in San Francisco, the Inner Sunset Parents Group. We'll post it there too. People are looking for a safe place to get candy, right? And they'll stop into the school, they'll see it, they'll say hi, they'll get candy. We're going to go big, not just a bucket with candy sitting on the counter if you happen to be walking by the neighborhood. No. We're going to make it a destination spot. And I really learned that from when we did the cotton candy at our house last year. I posted next door. Oh my God. I can tell you how many people drove up here just to get free cotton candy. It was crazy, but it'll work. It'll work. Okay. So utilize nextdoor.com for that. All right. So what's happening in November for us? Of course, we got Thanksgiving, right? So we have those few days of a Thanksgiving break camp. And it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday's Thanksgiving. So I think we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it. So do not make it just a weekly price. Please give a great price for 3 days if they book all 3, and then a little higher price. So let's say hypothetically, $80 for all 3 days, $240, or $100 a day. It's because some people will only need Monday because they fly out Tuesday to go visit grandma on the East Coast. So the single days made a huge difference. You know where we learned that? Was this summer, 4th of July week. Normally the deadest week of camp for us because everything we do is by the week. We don't do this half day thing. Now, listen to me. If you are just starting camps, I highly recommend every week people are allowed to book by the day or the half day. Please hear me on this because you'll fill in some gaps and some slots. They'll try you for a day, and if they like it, they book you for a week. So please, if you're having low attendance for your camps, if you're just starting out doing camps, offer 1 day and half days. Okay. So for Thanksgiving, just like we did 4th of July, it was beautiful. We did single days during 4th of July. We were packed more than we've ever been because people go on vacation and all those different things, but they need a day here, a day there. Cool. Cool. And then, of course, we're closed for Thanksgiving, which is great. We talked about it. We're going to close that weekend for the team. But we need to promote that now so people can do makeup classes. Follow me. What we're also getting people conditioned for and used to is you pay, if you're a twice a week student, your tuition covers 8 classes a month. When there's 5 weeks in a month, guess what? You get an extra classes for free. So on the months where we close for Thanksgiving weekend, the week we're closed for Christmas, you just lose that 5th week, right? Stay with me. You just lose the 5th week. December is 5 weeks long. So once we got that going, it made the difference. And it makes a huge difference for my team. So now it's a work-life balance thing too. Nobody slights us for that. They just need to be notified so they can make up any of the 8 classes. If they're a twice a week student, they might miss that month because we're closed for that week of Christmas, right? You with me? So that's how we've really shored that up. And we've gotten 0 pushback. But I'm going to tell you, when we used to be open 7 days a week, I had someone complain to me that we weren't open on Christmas Eve. Wow. Just freaking wow. But because we gave them 7 days a week and we never closed, I used to take a lot of pride on that. We're only closed 11 days out of the year. Well, guess what? That stresses the team out tremendously. And they need a work-life balance too. So again, if they're notified and they're told weeks in advance, we're closed for the Christmas break, do those makeup classes here, and here. We even did, makeup workshop when we came back in January. Sure. All of that can make a huge difference, right? All of it. We had to do makeup belt testing in September this year for the first time in years because so many people were on vacation. Duh. Right now that the pandemic's over, more and more people are traveling. So we pivoted into that. We offered that, belt testing, makeup belt testing. It was awesome. Freaking awesome. All right. So in November as well, what are we promoting? What else are we promoting? Talk to me. What else are you promoting? All right. I know a lot of us like the big super sale thing in December, right? We're really, really, really big on it. Some do a Black Friday camp special sale. You can do that. I'm not saying you can't, nor am I saying when someone posts, I made $30,000 today in my annual holiday super sale, right? You didn't make $30,000 that day. Let's be very clear about that. Oh, half of it was memberships you sold at a discount for a year. You got to spread that money out over 12 months and you've discounted it. Please pay attention to that because when I look out onto a map, like real estate, I see 40 spots. I want every spot to be roughly worth $40 a class. I want to see everybody $40 a class. That is why we did away with sibling discounts years ago. Imagine me going with my landlord. Can I pay you $3.50 a square foot for that area? But over here, can I get this square footage for free? And this one here, I want to pay you $2. It never happened, nor should it be happening in your classes. That's why I think for me, it's not, a good choice and not a good business choice to do 2 people full price. The rest of the family's free. That is, if you break that stuff down, if you broke down 5 full memberships, what would that look like compared to 2 full memberships and 3 people for free? It's just insane. So it's not something I highly recommend. And you need to change that. Everyone's afraid to raise their prices. Everybody's afraid to do those things. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. If you are constantly creating a better team, training them, they have a tenure, of 10 years, 15 years, you're paying them better. If they're legit instructors, you have great art, you're always reviewing, upgrading, you always getting new equipment or some ratty jacked up bags and pads. You're always improving, improving, improving. You should have the confidence to charge what you feel you should charge, not look down the street at what your competitor's charging. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant what they charge, right? It's irrelevant. So be very mindful. If you're doing those types of things all the time, you should have the confidence every year to raise your prices. We call it cost of living tuition increase every year. Every year, things go up 4%. My rent, insurance, everything. Every year, it's a cost of living raise. My medical insurance does it. Every other environment does it. We're one of the only environments that are hesitant as businesses to raise our tuition. Nobody bats an eye anymore. Every year, it goes up 4%. Every year, it goes up. But see, culturally, they expect that. And we're promoting that. We're promoting that in November and December. Now, long-term students, are they allowed to buy a one-year membership paid in full? Absolutely. Absolutely. Am I allowed to bring in a check and avoid the credit card fees that you pass on to me? Absolutely. Right? But that's not year-round. To manage that, administrative rise is insane. So we only offer it. Who takes advantage of that? Are people that have been with us 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. I'm okay with that once a year, but we're very mindful to take that money and do this. Spread it out over 12 months. You sit there and go, wow, I had $150,000 a month. No. Average that in over 12 months and you're having $50,000 months. Please be extremely mindful of that. That's why we don't do these super sales. We don't do any of that stuff. We don't. Other than, in line with the tuition increase in December, we don't. But do we have stuff, like hoodies on sale and cost? Because I want you to wear my stuff. I'm not a retail store. See, so that's a huge mindset shift because we're not a sales-driven company. We are a service-based business. I am happy when you wear my hoodie. I am not looking at that as retail sales and making money off of it. So during December, we discount everything. We're literally cost plus shipping to us. Whatever our cost is of this item, printing, silk screening, and shipping and tax, we sell it to you at that price. I want you wearing my hoodie. I want you wearing my t-shirt. So stop looking at that as another revenue stream. Try to look at that stuff as what? Marketing. It's marketing to us, right? So again, it's such a bad conversation when people come to you and they say, I can buy that sparring gear at Amazon cheaper. And your reply is, well, my insurance will only cover, the customized gear that we have. Why? Because you have a silkscreen logo on the foot gear with your logo on it? Here's the story. Lawyer. One of my parents is a lawyer. He comes in, takes our branded foot gear, puts it next to the same foot gear side by side. And he says, you're telling me, now I'm a lawyer, please, you're telling me that this foot gear with this silkscreen ink on it is only going to be covered by your insurance. And the same gear without the silkscreen will not? And are you with me? So we just stopped doing it. We stopped it, and we learned like when we have weapons week, you know what we do? We loan everybody weapons in class. And guess what? After experiencing it, everybody wants to buy one to take home and practice. How cool is that? Right? How cool is that? And you know where that came from? True story. I'm walking through the food court, right? Everyone's got their different things, but somebody's standing there outside their little food stall with a plate with toothpicks in pieces of chicken. So I walked by, I took a piece, my kid took one, we ate it. Good teriyaki chicken. Guess what? We went home for dinner. Guess where we stopped and got chicken and brought home dinner? See what I'm saying with that? So I thought that was brilliant, but they were the only food stall doing that. Of course, the big guys like Chipotle, they don't have to do that, right? Panda Express, they don't have to do that. But if you ask Panda Express, can I taste that? They will take a small sampling of whatever it is you want to eat. But this person was bolder. They stood outside their food stall. Brilliant, right? Same thing here. Let them experience the weapons in class and they want to buy them. Okay? So that's my thought on doing some type of super sale in December, that kind of stuff. Right? All right. So, but you know how much money we make in December because all our long-term students are buying a year in advance. But if I broke it down,
I don't know that.
oh, look, Alexa's talking to me from the bathroom. But I'm ever mindful, and Letitia just really drills that in my head that, hey, we got to put this money away for 12 months. We can't suddenly run out and buy a bunch of stuff. So here's the other thing that happens in the last quarter of the year. Now, Liz, is Liz with us? Liz McDonald's, are you there? Okay, so I want to answer this for Liz. And I hope I kind of did that with a Halloween answer. If you're planning your entire calendar in November, one of the things you should be doing during the summer, right? Because you don't have the luxury of school talks and all that because everybody's out for the summer. Every Sunday, you should be in the parks making your rounds, right? Think of the busiest play structure in your community. Every parent is there on a Sunday during the summer with kids in tow. You look off in the distance. You see some mascot, Kung Fu Panda, tiger, I don't care what it is, wearing your uniform top and a belt. On each side are team members holding helium balloons, big balloons. They got little bubble guns, blowing bubbles, right? And they got a little jam box. Everything is awesome. And they come walking into this park. It's freaking pandemonium. Kids are running up, taking a picture, touching it, touching the mascot. You're giving out balloons and you're giving out organic fruit snacks with low sugar. What's attached to it? The same little card for a free trial class with a QR code. Is it age specific? Yes, it is. Right? And we go to 3 or 4 different parks every summer. We don't have to do that anymore. But we did that. And Millbrae was at 285 in its first year. We did that in San Francisco. And people would always say, here comes one martial arts. Because there's certain strips, right? Certain boroughs in San Francisco that's just packed with people. You can't stop somebody from walking down the busiest street in our neighborhood, which is West Porto in San Francisco, dressed as a mascot with music playing, handing out fruit snacks on a card. It's not against the law. Now, set up a table in the park and stay there for an hour or two, you need a permit. Different day. I don't know what the laws are in your area, but that's all. So can you see that experience? And we're in and out in 20 minutes, on to the next park. And then we do that. We rotate 3 or 4 parks and we make that loop back to that park. So we're at that same park every 2 hours and we have the guys out from 11 to 4. That's it. What do you think? Put it in the comments, right? Because I live and die by what if. What if, right? And I was on a wisdom call yesterday working with a tech team, that do Facebook ads and Google ads and all that different stuff. And I was very impressed because I live by what if. And one of the guys said, well, what if we do this? What if we do that? And one guy said, well, this might be a really bad idea. And I said, there are no bad ideas, only poor execution. Write that down. There are no bad ideas, only poor execution. And so we had this great conversation. And I just say, what if? Well, that won't work in our community. You can't have somebody walk into a park with bubbles. What if? What if? What if you did that and you picked up 10 students? What if? What if you got a cotton candy machine and had it at every back to school night, movie in the park during the summers? What if? You were at International Food Day last week at this middle school giving out cotton candy. What if you paid your people better and you reduced your turnover rate? What if you consciously worked on curriculum you haven't updated in 10 years? What if you decided to invest in your mindset because you're stagnant, right? And you want to be a level 5 leader? What if? So that's got to be a huge mindset shift. And all these things I'm sharing with you, people give me crap all the time. All the time. Hang on. All right, Marco, post up It's Time Live Balance really quick. Put it up one more time because I'm multitasking. 35.20. Yep. You know what I'm doing right now, you guys? What I do every day. One of the things I've learned with Sam On, which is brilliant, I invest with Sam on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And Sam doesn't do this across the board, but he's taught me, how to do this. And that's the big thing with Sam. When you work with Sam, don't set it and forget it. You're insane. I was talking to somebody the other day that works a 9 to 5, and I said to them, you put all this money into your pension, your 401k. What is your company invested into? You know what they said? I don't know. You don't know. You don't know? They could be putting that money into nuclear warheads. You have no idea where that money goes. No. And you're just going to have pension when you retire, right? So that 40, 40, 40 thing, that they say you work 40 hours a week for 40 years to live on 40% of your income is what you're conditioned to believe. I, on the other hand, enjoy the fact that I woke up today and I did a couple of excellent trades. And I don't know, I think I've made like $2,000 today. How many classes do you have to teach to make $2,000? And Sam says that. That's why only certain people are meant to be rich. That's it. That's it. Because it's learning. It's learning. And someone else said to me, "What is your risk tolerance?" Right? What is your risk tolerance? What is your risk management? Right? I love that. I love it because it is risky. Have I lost money? Yes. How many of you have lost money on some program you've bought for your school? How many of you lost money on buying something in some software or something that didn't work in your school? Anybody who's an entrepreneur, small business person has lost money. We just want to make more than we lose, right? When the day's given. Cool. So if you're not working with Sam, you need to. Everyone coming out to It's Time Live Balance, you do get Sam for 4 days. Sam's just a good soul. And he challenges me, man. That guy challenges. My mind hurts sometimes, but I like being challenged. I love challenges. So what else is going on? Okay, we have camps going. We have the holiday party we're putting together, right? You can do specials. You want to do white belt in the bag and all that other stuff. You rock and roll. You go ahead. But we want to really use the holidays, to let people know, be ready, tuition increase in January, and then let people buy things like that. We want to keep things at minimal prices. When that parent can get a hoodie at cost plus tax and put it in their kid, one more present under the tree, and it's a one martial arts hoodie they're going to wear to school, wear on a Sunday in a busy neighborhood having brunch. That, you guys, come on. That's why you step over a dollar to pick up a penny. We choose not to do that, and people go nuts. They see it all year long. That hoodie's this much money. They see it in the pro shop all year long. This is how much a t-shirt costs. They see it. It's in the app. It's posted. It's there. So to suddenly see, oh, you're giving it to me on sale? Yeah. We blow out tons of them. And we have more people promoting our school. Okay? You with me? I hope so. The holiday party went really well last year, and I'm going to tell you, it's pretty groovy. I came up with this concept. We have 4 selfie stations, plus Santa Claus is there taking pictures. We stopped taking our own pictures because everybody's got a cell phone. So I think eventually, other than the mom and me and the dad and me, we're going to do away with taking pictures and putting them in the frame. The neat thing about putting pictures in the frame is they hang them on the fridge, things like that. I have a black belt. She's like 13, been with us since she was 6. She still has the picture of her with the Easter bunny. She told me that one year, and I was like, wow, okay, I get it. It's a memory. It's a keepsake, right? It's a keepsake. So be mindful of that. But what we do in the holiday party, which I think is brilliant, would you enter a sparring match without a plan? No way. No way. What's that for, Conrad? Would you enter a sparring match without a plan? No. I don't know what that's for, Conrad, but I love it. Dun, dun, dun. We put up 4 selfie stations plus Santa sitting there. And every time you take a picture, post it at social media, and show it to us from your actual cell phone, we give you a ticket. The more tickets you get, the better chance you have of winning. So we got somebody that don't invest without a plan. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I have a plan. And that plan, Conrad, hold that thought. Okay. Stay with me now. Help me don't forget so I can finish this one. So everybody that takes a picture at a selfie station gets a ticket. They'll take one with one kid, one with the other as a family. They'll do all kinds of things. And we have props. So each station, we got a fake beard, we got hats, da 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 da. So each station has different props. We have that as well. And then, of course, at the end, we sing Christmas carols together, and then we give out prizes. And they range from a $25 gift card at Trader Joe's to Starbucks to grand prizes, or they're up around, things like a week of camp valued at $450, a premium birthday party valued at $750. I think we're going to go bigger this year. Maybe give away an iPad or a PlayStation, right? Because we want people posting stuff on social media, not our page, their page, their friends, group pages, tagging people, that kind of stuff. And we tell them, tag us on everything so we can share it on our page. So say how we create that social media buzz, right? And I saw that somewhere. I don't know where I was speaking, but they have one of those selfie stations that spin in a circle. When you stand on the cylinder in the middle and the camera spins around you, that kind of thing. I thought that was pretty brilliant too. So we might get something like that. We understand that the extension this has of reaching a lot of people is phenomenal. That's why everybody wants to be an influencer and a YouTuber. With this phone, they can make a lot of money. So we can leverage that to get social media. That's the one thing we do with that holiday party. It did wonders last year. Huge for us last year. Everybody with me on that? And then, of course, when we hit January, because you should be doing this at the end of the year, new year, new you, new year, new you. So what we do is Thanksgiving morning, 2-hour kickboxing workout, 2 hours. So everybody can eat like pigs in the afternoon. The day after Christmas, 2 hours. New Year's Day, 2 hours. They are always packed. It's a retention event for our community. People go, you do what on New Year's Day? You're insane. No, I get to work out. I start my year right with the right mindset. The day after Christmas, because I eat like a pig on Christmas Day, because those are the times I really overeat. I do. And I love it, right? I'm not big on overeating. It's not my thing. But Thanksgiving, I overeat. And I love being in the turkey coma. It's just awesome. Day after Christmas and New Year's Day. New Year's Eve. So I'm mindful of that. But those workouts really spark something. It starts everybody's new year right. And for people who are in kickboxing and fitness, it's huge retention. So please think about that. But, if you want to do a hike together as a family type thing, rock and roll. You can do that. But if it can tie directly to a program to improve the retention and help get new members, try to do that. Try to do that, okay? All right. Doubling back to October really quick. We also have our confidence building and anti-bully workshop. That's happening next week. We've been promoting it, so that's happening as well. It's more of a retention, but people bring tons of people if you're doing some of it in class as a teaser. And that's what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks. People getting teased with it. And we're doing the anti-bully badge in class. So we're planning all these seeds for this community event that's going to reach a lot of people. Is it posted at Nextdoor? Absolutely. It's on my personal page at Nextdoor. Because the thing I like about the personal page at Nextdoor, I can say, hey, this is Brannon from up in the Meadows. My wife and I, Kim, have been residents here for 17 years. And by the way, we own One Martial Arts. We love giving back to the community. So we're going to have this free community event to help empower our kids. As a parent, I think it's really cool. And so if you take that angle, you'd be amazed how many people want to sign up for it. You with me? And then, of course, we put it on our business pages. And if I ever feel inclined to run an ad at Nextdoor, I will. I will. But Nextdoor is kind of like that, more of an organic native environment, but it's starting to get flooded with advertisers. It is, because like anything, when something good comes along, salespeople come in and just ruin it. They ruin it, right? And so right now it's still one of those places. Just like Facebook Reels are a good day. The problem is now you go from watching some fun reel about a guy making a, tomahawk steak, the next one's an ad. And then the next one's an ad. So that's what's starting to happen with the reels at Facebook, which wasn't that way 6 months ago. And it was a really good thing. My reels get more views than my live car talks now. And I get it. But my live car talks are in the moment, spontaneous, there to serve you. Cool. All right. So I want to use the last 9 minutes for any questions, any thoughts you might have. Put them in there. Let me know. So what do we got coming up, Marco? We know it. It's time live. Oh, wait, where am I? First one, where am I? I'm in Texas. October 11th through 13th. I'm at the Machado training event out there. I think it's in Carrolltown. I'll just be hanging out, man. That's why I'm there. I bought sponsorship. You'll see Brannon Beliso on the rash guards. My goal is to make new friends and get everybody to learn about me, right? And if organically you want to get my products, hey, thank you. There it is. Is my logo there anywhere on any of those things? Do you see it? It's somewhere there. It says Brannon Beliso. And that's going to be a trip. I chose not to go with It's Time or Kids Love Life Skills or none of that stuff. Not for this event. I really wanted to say something different, so I did. But I'll be hanging out, man. Just being people. I don't believe I'm speaking. Because the way their sponsorship works, you got to pay to speak, and I don't pay to speak anywhere. It just doesn't happen. It's not an ego thing. I just don't do that. Having done companies like Meta and Stanford Healthcare and Lululemon, I don't. If you want me out to your event, you got to pay me. And so that's their gig. And I respect that, though. I respect that. That's their gig. So I chose to just be on the rash guard and a few other things, but I'll get to hang out, break bread, be people, talk shop, and hopefully make a lot of new friends. Then, of course, It's Time Life Balance. That's coming up, right? November 11th through 14th. It's a rough train right now. It's gonna be a crazy year, like next year with the election and the inflation. I think what's happening right now, because the Feds are going to raise the interest rate again, we thought they weren't going to, is people have tapped out. Credit card spending is at an all-time high. So you got to know that all these people that have been spending money in our martial arts schools and growing credit card debt, we might see a little bit. But again, a great company that's built on purpose, that's great, built on core values, that's not sales driven, won't be impacted that much, because people that love you will keep spending money with you. They will find a way, right? So when we raised our stuff by 4%, at first we were freaked out, man. What's the drop off going to be? How many people are going to quit? It wasn't any different than any other month. So really, investing in your culture is prime. And when you're doing that calendar in November, please be mindful. What are your retention events? Mom and me party, dad and me party, family fun days, the Easter event, the Halloween event, the Christmas event, a couple of parents' night outs. We only do for retention. We do one on Valentine's Day and we do one, in the second quarter. That's it. We have follow me. We have no internal lead generating events. Other than this confidence building thing, which is a retention event, you want to bring a friend, fine. Parents' night out, you want to bring a friend, fine. But we don't promote it that way. We don't strategize to execute it that way. Everything we do now is community based. Every time I go to the Warriors game, I'm like, where are you going? Chase Center. I take a picture of me and Braden in front of the stadium. What does it say big behind us? Chase Center. We're in there sitting down eating. Use your Chase credit card right now and save $10. Chase Center. So I'm really big on that type of subliminal marketing. And by buying a banner on the football field, $500, it's going to hang there all year long. Eyes, and more eyes. Because people are not there to buy martial arts. That's why Facebook ads are great, but don't hesitate doing Google ads. Why? If I'm looking for something specifically, I go to Google. Do I think a Google lead's a better lead? It can be. If I'm specifically going to Google for martial arts in San Francisco, boom. So I want to make sure my positioning on all my Google pages are strong, whether it's One Martial Arts San Francisco or Millbury. How do I do that? Well, verify your business page, set it up, and treat it like anything. Constantly upload pictures to your Google page. Constantly do posts. Constantly put events. Constantly. If it's a dead freaking business page, you're going to drop in your Google ranking. Get those reviews. All of it adds up. You need to have dynamic websites, dynamic pages. If you're not, then the algorithms go, you suck. All you did was make a page and walk away, right? So this whether it's Facebook, Google, it doesn't matter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you don't have any activity, then they're going to drop you because you simply posted something and did nothing with it. And that is indicative of your habits as a business. You start something, then you lose your focus. You start something, then you lose your focus. You cannot do that. You cannot do that if you want to have a business you're going to scale and grow and maintain good times and bad times. Cool? No questions? Everybody got a lot out of today? If you're here and you haven't said hello, do me that. Say hello to me right now. Right now. Get signed up for It's Time Live Balance, November 11th through 14th. As I shared, you can come from one day, just do business, learn all about business on November 12th. Stay for 2 days. Training with Dave Kovar, watch classes. I'm going to narrate, and then you get business on Sunday. But it's really the 4-day. Monday will be personal development. Tuesday will be wealth through building and strategizing for 2024. 8 spots left for the 4 days. Come hang with us. It'll be the best investment you ever made. Why? Because you are your best investment. Cool? All right. No questions, Marco? What do we got there? Yeah, I think I'm going to do the lawn thing. I really am because, I can't tell you how many people come to our house on Halloween. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know what? We have both after school vans parked in front. That makes a huge difference. See, all that stuff is very strategic, right? We did that at the Art and Wine Festival. We parked the after school van in front of the school. I've never done that before. Duh. Why didn't I think of that before? I don't know. Because ideas come and ideas go. And that was a great one. What great publicity that was organically, having our after school van parked in front. So that's our fourth quarter, man. Think about that, people. We are at it 24/7, 365. Success never sleeps. But we will close for a week in December and we'll chill. Tonight, I fly out to Anaheim with Braden. He's got a basketball tournament down there, right? It is a work-life balance, but when we're on, you can't stop us. But I won't lie to you. You can't just sit there and set it and forget it. Businesses don't run that way. Life doesn't run that way. Nothing runs that way. You can't give a social media company money and expect them to do it all for you. That's BS because they'll eventually taper off, and there you are going to another company because it stopped working. And it stops working because you're not working it at all. Anybody I work with, I do work too. I have to give them photos. I have to give them videos, the whole 9 yards, anything. Right now, we're getting the mats refitted in Millbrae, right? I was down there lugging in new mats, taking care of that, working with people, right? So please be mindful of that. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Let's start by thanking our sponsors. Who do we have? Dun, dun, dun. Tusa, Market Muscles, My Studio, Kids of Life Skills, LC Accounting. All companies I work with, all companies that are part of why we are at 1,018 students. I can't wait till I say we're 1,100. But these 5 companies, if you're not working with them, you need to work with them. I'm telling you now, you need to work with them. Cool. Thank you, Marco, for holding down the back end, throwing up the titles, doing all that good stuff. I want to thank you for being here today. This will be posted where? At our podcast. Look for the podcast Success Never Sleeps on all the major podcast platforms. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me at Instagram. Join our Disruptors group. For everything else, go to brannonbeliso.com. This is Success Never Sleeps. I am Brannon Beliso. Until we talk again, what are you going to go out there and do? Live your best life.